Hey folks, welcome to another edition of BrushPile Fishing. We're staying in my home state of Ohio. We're on Deer Creek Reservoir fishing with Mike Six. Mike's been a guest on the show before. You know he's a professional for offshore planer boards. And today we're going to catch some early spawning fish. We're at the end of April and Mike said he's using planer boards to catch some of these fish in about 3 foot of water. He said a lot of cleaner size, a lot of males. He said they're getting dark and it's like I say, not even in May yet. I am excited about this. Used planer boards and I've pulled jigs for a long time, but I've never done it in that shallow of water. So this is going to be interesting today. Deer Creek with Mike Six. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country. Right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing. We're at Deer Creek Reservoir here in Ohio. Mike Six.
How you doing today, Russ?
Hey, good, man. I'm only going to tape this show with you because Leanne did such a good job, and I don't want you to feel bad.
I do appreciate that. I have to admit, yeah.
The pressure's on. She knocked it out last year. So.
Yes, she did. I have to admit.
Hey, we're back on Deer Creek. We did a show several years ago pulling crankbaits in the middle of summer. This is the last week of April. What are we going to be doing?
Russ, this is a crazy time of year right now. We've got a spawn that's starting to happen. We went from 50-degree water to all of a sudden it's up to 63, 64, and spawn is starting. We're getting a lot of the tuxedoed up male crappie right now.
Okay.
Blacks and whites are both because we've got, well, right now it's 66 degrees. So we are, we're getting everything that's starting to spawn. It's a lot of fun right now. Females are starting to move up. I don't think the females are quite, they're, hey, we're gone, but we've had a full moon, past 3 or 4 days. We're on the backside of a full moon right now. So I think it's just started. I think for the next month, it's going to be crazy out here. I really do. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we're pulling planer boards in shallow water this morning. You ready to get started?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. Mike Six here in Deer Creek.
Here's the lake information, sponsored by Mossback Fish Habitat.
We're out here on Deer Creek Lake today in central Ohio. Be pulling some planer boards, and Russ, we're going to be in some shallow water.
Okay.
These fish are moving in. We're going to get into a lot of males today, and they're looking pretty good. They're tuxedoed up pretty good. We're only going to have about 2 foot of line out.
That's it.
That's it. 2 foot of line out. Put the
boards.
planer boards on, and
Okay.
we're going to be pulling around up here. We're going to be in some 2 foot water. We're going to be in some 5 foot water. There's some nice little cuts in through here, and we were picking up a lot of fish yesterday, so hopefully we'll have a good time with them. But all we're going to do, we've got zeroed out on the line counting reel. Just like I say, we're pulling 2 foot of line out. 2 foot of line. We're going to go ahead, we'll put the planer board on, we'll get a set out there, and everything's going to be set at 2 foot back.
My gosh. Folks, and he'll show you the gear setup later, but you can see the swivel that he uses. We're going to put those planer boards basically where that swivel is. And we'll show you here later also during the gear check just exactly how to rig that planer board.
This is probably one of my favorite ways to fish, to be quite honest with you. I love pulling crankbaits, when we start getting to summertime, but for some reason pulling up here, in this 2 foot of water, 3 foot of water, I don't know what it is. We've had a lot of success doing it, and it's enjoyable, and it's so easy putting everything out.
Starting out it's kind of calm this morning, but they're calling for some high winds today again.
Yeah, yesterday it was a light switch. It was beautiful out here.
Yeah.
And it must have hit about 9:30 or so, 10 o'clock, and instantly it was
like
0
that.
to 20 miles an hour right now.
It has been a windy spring here. We're in the last week of April, and the last 2 or 3 days in a row we've had winds anywhere from 25 gusts up to about 40. So, and it's going to be more of the same today, maybe not quite as strong, but we'll see it, I'm sure.
Your gear and conditions sponsored by Millertech Lithium.
Now this is a little bit different. I just enjoy, I like putting out a rod straight behind the boat.
Okay.
And when I put that rod out behind the boat, I just put a bobber on. And all it's doing is just measuring my depth, maintaining is all it's doing. Still same thing, 2 foot back is all we're doing, but I'm just gonna put a bobber on and it's just gonna go straight behind the boat.
Okay.
We still seem to pick up a lot of fish.
Is there fish on that last one?
No, it just got that.
Oh, okay.
There's not any resistance. We're just pulling those jigs, so those boards would just kind of go rock a little bit, especially at these slower speeds. Yeah, if I was going, 1.5, 1.6, something like that, be no problem at all. Now these generally I'll run them about 30 feet back behind the boat after I clip on.
Okay.
Just to get them away from the boat.
And that's going straight behind the boat.
Pretty much straight behind the boat.
Okay.
Essentially, the old walleye days, when you come up over top of your school of fish, they push out a little bit, and then as the boat gets past, they kind of come back
down.
And like I said, we pick up a lot of fish.
Okay.
We are using the crappie magnets today, the slab curlies. Do like these, especially in this shallower water, and right now the fish are a little more aggressive, and they really like these slab curlies.
Yep, we'll just sit
So I've been putting those on. Seems like a little more of the natural colors have been more effective. So, and of course we try a little bit of everything. If it's not working, we'll put something else on, but you can't go wrong with a crappie magnet.
And folks, we're pulling these planers this morning in shallow water. We got about 66-degree water temperature back here. Looking for some of those males that are already up here in the shallow water.
And I'm probably running just a little bit slower than I normally like to run, but with only, a couple feet of line out, when you're running straight jigs, it's weight dependent, it's speed dependent.
Okay.
So I don't have anything driving it down. What I've got is just the sheer weight of the jig itself. So if I'm running 1.1, it's going to put that jig down about, well, I've got a 5-foot leader, so I'm only probably about 2 foot down is all I'm down.
That's it.
I slow down, those will pendulum down a little bit. I speed up, it picks them up. So that gives me an option. If I'm seeing I'm coming into a shallow area, 1.5 foot deep, okay, I can speed up my trolling motor, and I'll pick those jigs up and get over the top. And then as I get into deeper water, slow back down, and I can kind of maintain my fishing depth that I'm looking for. And generally when you're trying to read these boards, what you're looking for is the board is riding through the water, okay? It's normally kind of front up a little bit.
Okay.
And what'll happen is when a fish gets on, it'll kind of rock back and kind of slide back, and that's what you're going to see. Yep, we got one on that bobber.
Bobber fish. A little bit bigger than the last one, I do believe.
Well, we got one here too. I'm gonna have to let you take that one by yourself.
And folks, we'll talk about now here in Ohio, they've got to be 9 inches to keep them, and we've got a limit of 30.
Russ, there's a nice fish to start the morning.
That would be a keeper here. No problem about that one.
And I think I got a bass.
He came on the Tennessee shad, about a 10-inch fish, so he would definitely keep. And you know what, folks? If you're going to clean some, that's the size you want to do. If you get some of them big hogs, let them go back and regenerate. That's a good keeper fish right there. First one of the morning. Oh.
Nice, very nice. Get straightened up here. And...
oh yeah. There we go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish.
Good fish. Go ahead and back up towards the front of the boat.
Oh, that's a good fish.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. That's a nice one.
Yes, I'm going to sit down here and let you take care of him.
Little white. Look at there, folks. There's a good fish. Beautiful white crappie.
It's 13 and a half probably.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Looks like she's got a bunch of eggs in her.
Yep. Hasn't let loose yet. That's the second fish of the morning. Nice little crappie there.
Okay, once I get my 2 foot of line out to attach these boards, you just go up here and it's got a clip, just a pinch clip. Pinch that front clip, put it right on the line, set it in there. The rear clip has a pin. Can you see that? It's got a pin in there. You got to set that line behind that pin, and it will not allow that line to come off. It'll stay right on there. So if that front clip comes off, it'll stay on the line. You won't lose it. All right, for these outside boards, I have a little different technique I like to use. I like to make it so that the board releases. So when it releases, I get your fish, I pop it, it slides behind my inside board. Still have 2 foot of line out. I'm just going to come up now and I grab my line with my finger, pinch it off, spin it around 4 or 5 times, pinch my clip on, same way. So it's holding on like this now. And what that'll do, that allows when I catch a fish, and all I have to do is give a little pop with my rod, and allows that to uncoil and slide right out. And then my board slides right behind my inside board, and I don't have to worry about getting anything tangled.
Oh, fish on. Ooh, that might be a good one. Feel bad for Mike. He's trying to show the cameraman how he sets up the board while I'm sitting there reeling in these crappie.
You got
Ooh,
another
that's
nice
another
one there.
good one. Yeah, that's a black.
Yeah.
That's a black.
There's a boat flipper. Nice job, Russ. Well, you're catching all the big ones. I'm glad I brought you down to catch all those big fish today.
Nice black crappie there. Another good cleaning size. Show that there. Yep. Cameraman's trying to get with Mike and show how we set up, and there he goes. And folks, we've been on the water actually fishing about 15 minutes now. And another good cleaner. Again, if you want to take some fish home, that's the size to do it with.
Well, and this is an opportunity to see, if you look for this bottom contour, you can see how we're coming off a hump. I mean, it's,
yep.
You know, we're 4 foot, we're going to come up here, you know, just at about, 2 foot probably. But there's a whole bunch of these little ditches and cuts and things through here. And this is mostly a hard bottom that we're into. Now, you get
I was
closer
wondering if this was a sandy flat or hard.
Yeah, pretty much a hard bottom. And it's a river channel. I mean,
Okay.
when the lake is down, this is all just, oh, we got a fish here. We got one on. Now this is where I give a little pop, and see the board slides right behind the front board or inside board. You can reel that right up. I don't quite think this is a Russ Bailey fish, but
I'll let you get that one.
you'll
in.
let me get this one. Thank you, Russ. Appreciate that.
Don't horse him.
Don't horse him.
And I got a fish on. Outside rod. This one might be a keeper. Gonna be close, I think. White crappie. We've caught both this morning, that's for sure.
This one may be a little, but if you look down there, I mean, he completely inhaled that Fin Spin Pro. Completely inhaled. You see that, Russ? Look at that.
He wanted it, didn't he?
He wanted it.
Catching different sizes this morning for sure. Brief recap of what we're doing this morning, folks. We're long lining with planer boards, the offshore planer boards. We're going about 1.1 miles per hour. We got various crappie magnet plastics on, and we're only running those a couple feet deep. We're in anywhere from 4 to 6 foot water. Like Mike said earlier, you know, we kind of get in and out of these little drops off the humps. And so far it's been a productive morning. I think we still haven't been on the water quite probably an hour yet. And catching a lot of different sizes too, and that's a good thing because it shows they've had several good spawns.
Russ, you got this, you may know this guy that makes this Bub's Daddy.
From my hometown, actually.
Oh, yeah. He actually made this one for me. I asked him for a special order where it doesn't have any batteries in it or anything like that, but I've got 2 stones in my live well.
Okay.
So he put 2 ports on it. I've got 2 adjusters on there, and I just plug in my little 12-volt
nice
battery to it and everything, and I plug it right in, and it works great. You know, just keeps these fish alive, makes them so lively. It's amazing. They're jumping out of the basket at the weigh scale.
You're using that for your live well then?
I'm using it for my live well, yes. Yep. Got one on the outside board here, it looks like.
If it ain't 2 pounds, just let it go. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels decent. It's going to be one to show.
He's small, but boy, look at the colors.
Yeah, this is a good one to show for colors.
Look at the colors.
Get out there.
Ooh, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, you got a good one there, Russ.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty decent?
I can get him.
You got him? Okay.
Good white, good white.
So we're talking about starting to color up. He's a little bit smaller, but he's starting to color up pretty good. Oh, we got into a nice school of them here.
There you go. All right. You know, folks, one of the things I want to talk about is color. There are times when color makes all the difference in the world. This morning, whatever we've got out there, they're hitting on. I just think they're really aggressive. Like Mike talked, a lot of these are males. We've caught a few females, but the fish that are in this shallow water right now are aggressive, and it doesn't matter what color we've got on, they're hitting it. By gosh.
Is there one on there?
Look at there, that's a nice black. Come here.
Oh, nice.
Folks, I want to tell you something. We got into shallow water to where we had,
deep.
We had to hurry up, get out of there. And I seen this wasn't running right. Pull it up. Look there. We talked about catching both. There's a good black crappie, about 11.5 inches or so. In that shallow water. It's been a good morning so far. Outside rod over here. Crap.
Okay.
Folks, we're trying to get rods in the water here. And that sun's coming up and these fish are starting to turn on. That might be a decent fish. Oh yeah. He's definitely gonna keep.
Yep, back up a little bit there, Russ. And
we have hit one stretch here that has been on. There we go.
That's good.
Yep. We talked about every color. We have caught them on every color.
And most of them, it's that natural color. That was one thing that, well, the fin spins have been, they're a little more aggressive color, but on these jigs, for some reason, they do like that natural color a little bit, but it's all of them. You know, the blacks and the tans and the browns.
And the thing is, they've hit the fin spins and the plastics this morning.
Yes, they have.
Just good, about 10.5 inch fish. That's what we want to keep clean.
Oh, you got a fish, Russ. Inside rod.
Get out of here.
Inside
Are
rod.
you kidding me? Oh, that's a decent fish.
Oh, it is.
That's a good one. Right when you grab the other rod, this rod hits.
Yep, there you go.
There. Hey, that's on the new bait.
Is it really on that
First one.
mermaid?
Yes. There's the first one on the hammer. We've got it on a fin spin. That's the mermaid color, and that is a big bait. It's bigger than most of them that we use. It's another nice fish, about a 13, 14-inch fish. First one on the hammer. We'll get him back. Oh, whoa, outside rod.
Outside rod.
Oh, he popped that hard.
Yes, he did. This feels good, whatever it might be.
Crappie. Get your board for you. You got a lot of the line. Yeah. Ooh, not bad.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to get the board on this one. It looks like a pretty good one too.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Got it?
Yep, got her.
Okay.
Get her back over here.
Not as big as we thought. Yes, well, not too bad. Yeah, it is actually. Man, it engulfed that thing. We talked about how hard it hit. It wasn't messing around.
Oh, look at that. Pretty nice. I got one here.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
This feels pretty good.
You in there, catfish?
Please, man. Got a double. Got a double.
Oh,
Looks like
and that's a good one. That first one's a good one.
Yeah, be real careful taking that. Don't put too much
trash
slack
on
in
the
that line.
Okay. The first one is a good one. You got it?
Yep, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Get the back one first. You're going to lose the,
Okay.
well,
That first one's
one.
awful good.
Yeah, get that one.
It's the only one you got, and that's a good fish.
Yes!
You didn't get two, but you got a good one. Holy cow, that's a good one. Look at that, folks. What color he in on?
In white and chartreuse.
Okay, that's been your hot
Yep.
color lately.
It has been. Boy, she is full of eggs. Look at that. Look at that.
Woo! That's a nice fish.
That's a real nice fish. Yep, got that white and chartreuse in there.
And now, the Brush Pile Gear Check.
Hello, everybody. We're here for today's gear check. Start off, we're using the B&M poles, the Sam Super Salt. This is one of my favorite rods. It's great for pulling these boards. Absolutely awesome. Using the Crappie magnet, every version of Crappie magnet. Fin Spin Pro. We had the double cross jig heads with the slab curlies. We had the new hammer times on. But everything was biting today on these Crappie magnets. I like using, with this combination with the Sam Super Salt, I like using the Daiwa Alexa loaded with the slime line. I actually use a 10-pound, a little heavier line, but it's great for what we're doing. And when I have my jigs set up, I've got them set up on a 3-way swivel, which goes to a cross-lock clip, to a regular barrel swivel, and then I've got a bead that I run up here, and that bead protects the eye of the rod. I run one length, 1 leader about 5 foot, and then a second leader about 2.5 foot long, up to my 3-way swivels. And then I actually make some, I prepare them, pre-make them, and put them on a pool noodle to wrap them all up. It just makes it easier to go ahead and swap out. And all you're doing is releasing your cross lock, taking your 3-way swivel off, and putting your other 3-way swivel on that's already set up with your jigs on it. And that's today's Brush Pile Gear Check. Crappie Masters or whatever.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that looks like a good one. Yes. Oh, you got 2 on.
Oh, I got a double. I got a double.
You got
I
a
got
double. Okay, hold on here.
That second one's really small.
Yeah, but it's still a double. It's kind of cool.
It's a double. Yep. First one ain't too shabby.
Yep, and I'll show you how to get these. Couldn't walk forward. Get that back one first. Because if you don't get the back one, you'll never get that front one.
Got a double, folks. One of them's a keeper, and one of them is a crappie.
Oh, and we got one on the outside board right there too.
Oh, you're kidding me. Anyways, folks, that's a pretty good cleaner. That's a small one. Let him go. Got one on the outside board. Let me get this rod out of the way.
Get past it.
I'm gonna let Mike get that last one on there.
Got
And the
one
back.
on the backboard
Oh
too.
my gosh. Back one's going crazy. Oh, hang on, fish. This is crazy. Not a big one, but he's a crappie. Not bigger than yours though. Ha!
Sit that down. You gonna need a net or?
No.
Oh, we got one on.
No way. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I have the double, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This one's not too bad.
Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. We got rods around the nets. We got everything going here.
I got stumps I'm trying to avoid.
Oh, we got it. There's that.
Just go ahead and I think I got him close enough. You should be able to reach him.
There we go. Just good keeper. Oh, man.
All right, I'm gonna sit this down because I got
All
these
right.
other 2 rods that I've got to get out of the way of this stump here. They had me
5
all.
rods, one time. That is nuts. Good keeper fish right there. A lot of them have come on that purple and chartreuse. We've caught them on everything, but it's been a good color. Oh my God, we got a mess, don't we?
We got a mess. And I'm spinning in
Did
circles.
you get all that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to avoid
Oh,
stick
dude.
ups and trying to get fish and get poles in. And
That was absolutely crazy.
oh my goodness. Woo!
Springtime bite. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show. It was basically one morning of fishing, and we had to make a couple moves, figure some things out. Things changed as the conditions did. Mike, I had a ball today, man.
It was fantastic. Thanks for going out with me today, Russ. I really appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, planer boards in shallow water, it's the first time I've done that. It was a blast. We caught a lot of fish today. And like I said in the show, we caught several different age groups. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Got to use the hammer jig for the first time.
We caught a couple nice ones
Yes,
off that
sir,
too.
we did.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did.
Worked out great with that fin spin pro or fin spin.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I found a match for the next tournament.
I hear you. Folks, I do. I hope you enjoyed it, man. Stay tuned. We'll be back again with BrushPile Fishing. Folks, we caught some nice fish today. We grabbed some photos, and now here's what we're doing with them all. These fish are spawning, and there it goes.
Special thanks to B&M Pole Company, War Eagle Boats, Crappie Magnet, Slime Line Fishing Line, Cornfield Fishing Gear, Eye-Hole Jig, Easy Drift, Driftmaster, Offshore Tackle Company, Power Pole, Mossback Fish Habitat, Purpose Built Optics, Garmin, Stan's Slip Bobbers, Bob's Cycle Repair, Millertech Lithium,